Okay, so we are going to start with how Macy told her mom and dad about her being pregnant. It says in the episode that Macy told her parents over text message. And then later on that night, she went home and talked to her parents about being pregnant and everything. And um, I don't really know what my opinion is on it because, at 16, I personally would be afraid too to tell my mom or my dad that I was pregnant at such a young age. So I think, all that really came from was her being afraid, and that was like nowadays, that's really how almost all teens communicate is by text message. So I think she felt that was like her only avenue to get what she wanted to say out and not have to face her fears of telling her parents. Um, and I wanted to kind of compare that to how I told my family that I was pregnant. Um, the way I did it is I was just really upfront with them. I mean, granted, I was scared to death of what my family was going to say, but I told them straight out. The only one that I couldn't tell to their face was my mom because she was out of state. And so, I mean, I guess it's just the degree of how afraid you are to tell your family. And that's why I think, Macy was afraid to admit something she had done to her parents that was going to change her life so dramatically and also for the better, too. Okay, so the next thing um, is Macy's friends and family. Macy seemed throughout the whole episode to have an amazing support system. She had so many friends that, stayed friends with her throughout her pregnancy and everything, and were genuinely very excited for Macy and very, very supportive. I have noticed, especially with myself, that, you know, the friends that you meet in high school, a lot of them, once you move on with your life and you have children, um, that they don't seem to really stick around. And I'm very happy that Macy's friends are not part of um, that sort of thing and are there for Macy to support her and to give her advice. I also think that Macy is very lucky that she has her mom there for support and as a some free daycare so that she can pursue college and be able to keep herself sane and be able to get some time to herself so that um, she doesn't completely burn herself out, and also that she can better herself and provide a good life for her son. So, she is a very lucky person to have that kind of support system to be able to rely on. The next thing I want to cover is riding four wheelers while pregnant. In the episode, you see Macy. I'm going to assume she was like 38, 39 weeks, maybe a couple weeks shy of that, riding a four wheeler with Ryan. And I can see a lot of dangers doing that with some injuries to the rider and the rider's child. Um, you can possibly flip the four wheeler if um, you're riding alone. You could hit a bump wrong and fly into the handlebars. There are so many dangers that go along with that. But on the other hand, I can see some of the benefits of doing it if you're trying to, say, induce labor. Um, it says on the internet with a lot of the sites you go to that a bumpy car ride is a great way to naturally induce labor. Um, and I can see where, a four wheeler is still a vehicle, and if you go over bumps, that can kickstart your labor. So, if you're overdue or at least trying to bring your labor on. That is, I guess, an avenue that you could take to induce your labor. And also, I think that shows how much trust that Maci put into Ryan. She trusted, that he wouldn't go over a certain speed, um, to not be reckless in any way, endangering her or her son's life, or and also the lives of all three of them. Um, so personally, that's my opinion. I know not everybody's going to share this opinion, but I wouldn't do it if I was pregnant, because I think the dangers completely outweigh the benefits, and that there are safer ways, if that is indeed what you're trying to do, to jumpstart your labor. Okay, so the next topic that I would like to cover is Maci graduating. In the episode, you watch her able to walk and get her diploma, and I think that is very commendable for a mother who had a baby at 16 to be able to go ahead and finish her senior year of high school and also get her diploma. I think that also shows a level of dedication that Maci has to getting what she wants, and it also shows an amazing level of perseverance, because you have to really be able to push yourself with a young child to be able to accomplish something like that. And I think, if that is something you're able to do with um, a young child at home, you definitely should be congratulated on what you have accomplished, and know that you beat a lot of the statistics that say that most teen moms will not finish high school, get a diploma, or even a GED. So I think that is wonderful that Maci was able to do that. Okay, so the next point that I would like to cover is the fatherly role. Um, in this episode, you see Macy's son's father, Ryan, um, not, in my opinion, not really being a father. I mean, in my opinion, the fatherly role means that you will do your share of changing diapers, feeding the baby, getting up with the baby at night, because you were the one that chose to have sex and not use protection. So you need to step up and do what you need to do as a father. In the episode, you see that Maci is counting out her graduation money, um, and showing Ryan, how much that she earned for being able to finish high school and get her diploma. And when it cuts to commercial in the comic, you hear Maci say that she thought, that cash incentive might help him to do his role as a father. My question to that is, why in the world would a guy need a cash incentive to be a father to his own son? I mean, really, that's showing exactly how low and how much of a adult you're not, because I don't know any guy that needs to be paid to spend time with their child, to help the mother with the child, and I mean, to feed them, get up with them, play around with them. How hard is that? And what is the need for the money in that situation? And you see a lot in the episode that Ryan goes out with his friends and chooses not to spend any time with Bentley. My question to that is, and this can be interpreted any way it wants, I'm just going to leave it as a question. Where does being a child stop and an adult begin in that kind of situation? The next thing I want to talk about is Ryan. Now, in the episode, you see that he is very, very disrespectful toward Maci, both when she is pregnant and after she has her son. And, I mean, with some of the things he says to her, I personally don't understand why Maci wants to make it work. personally, from my standpoint, if that's how you're going to treat me, then I don't want to be with you. We will figure out a custody agreement for our son, and we will leave it at that, because no person, 16 or 45, should have to go through being talked to like that and being disrespected like Maci puts up with. And basically, Ryan's general attitude is horrible. Um, there are parts in the show that it really makes one think that he doesn't want Bentley. Like, he didn't want the pregnancy from the start. Like, he was just going along with whatever Maci said just to make Maci happy. And now he's not happy, so he's going to take it out on Maci. And personally, I think that's not right. Ryan needs to buck it up, put his big girl pants on, and do his job. He is responsible for 50% of this. He was the one that chose to be pregnant, by not using protection and not abstaining from sex. So, um, his attitude is poor, and I think personally it's completely uncalled for. All right, guys. Well, that's about all I have for you. Please subscribe and leave some comments. I'm going to try to do a question and answer. If you have any questions for me about the episode or questions for me in general, um, I am a mom of two. I got pregnant with my first at age 18, so I know a lot of the hard feelings that some people have to mothers that um, are in their teens and decide to have children. So I'll try to do a question and answer when we get enough questions to do so. And I will try to post another one probably tomorrow, depending on how the rest of the week goes. If not, then I will be posting it next week. And next week's episode will be the second episode covering Farah. So, hope to see you all there. Again, please subscribe and thanks for watching.